Hi, I'm Troy from Studio 33 Guitar. Thanks for watching. Today we're talking about the most popular strumming pattern for guitar and how to play it. There's lots of different ways that you can strum the guitar, but this is probably the most common strumming pattern and you can use it in a lot of different songs. Let me give you an example of what it sounds like. Now for this lesson, I'm going to use the 4 chords that I taught in a previous lesson: G, D, E minor, and C. Now some of those chords might look a little different than what you're used to, but I'll put a link in the description down below to the video on how to play those chords in the way that I play them, and how I recommend to play them this way. Especially if you're a beginner, it'll really help you with making smooth chord changes. So when you're learning how to play a strumming pattern, you need to understand a little bit about music theory and how strumming patterns fit into music. So I'll try not to bore you too much with the music theory, but we do need to talk a little bit about how a strumming pattern works with music. So breaking this down into its simplest form, music is made up of bars of music or sections of music, and usually each of those sections is counted with 4. So normally a bar of music would be 4 counts. So for example, on that G chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we would switch to the next chord, the D, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the C, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the best way to start. If you're just learning guitar, grab those 4 chords and just work on a simple strum like that, all downstrokes, counting to 4 for each chord and then switching to the next chord. Now to make our strumming sound a little bit more interesting, we want to add in some upstrokes. Now on those upstrokes, there's one important thing: is you don't want to strum all 6 strings on your upstroke. You only want to get the top 2 or 3 strings. So you'll notice when I play an upstroke, I'm just trying to grab those top couple of strings. You don't need to go through all 6. That'll make your chord sound kind of clunky. So to make it sound a little bit smoother, just focus on getting those top couple of strings. So if we take our 4 count, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then divide it and count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, now those are called 8th notes, but the important part here is that normally the upstrokes come in on those ands. So if we were to play upstrokes on all of those ands, it would sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now that sounds a little bit rough, but that's the basic idea. Now what we're going to do is skip some of those beats and mix them up a little bit so that we have a mixture of downs and ups, and that'll give us that strumming pattern that we're looking for. So our next step is we're only going to add those ands, the upstrokes, after beat 2 and 4. So that would sound like this: 1, 2 and 3, 4 and, 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. And you would do that for each chord. So now we're almost there. Next we're going to take beat number 3 and remove it. So we're not going to be playing a down strum on beat number 3, but we are going to be playing the and, the upstroke, before 4 and after 4. Now, that probably sounds confusing, but let me show you what that would look like. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. A little bit quicker: 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now up to speed, that would sound like this. So sometimes counting those numbers is a little bit tricky to keep it straight in your head. You might want to just think about the downs and ups. So sometimes you'll see this written out this way: down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. And that might be a little bit easier to count out in your head. After a while, it becomes more of a feel thing, and you won't actually have to count it or even think about it. It'll just become a lot more natural. So here's that complete chord progression with that strum one more time. One really important aspect of making this strumming pattern sound smooth is keeping that strumming arm moving. So you don't want to play 1, 2, and then stop, and then and 4, and. You want to make sure that you're just keeping that arm going smoothly up and down. And if you're skipping a beat, you don't stop your arm, you just miss the strings on your way by. You also want to make sure that you're using your whole arm here for the strum. It's not a wrist motion. You're not strumming like this. You're strumming with the arm like this. That'll sound a lot smoother, and it'll also help prevent injuries. So I hope you found that useful. If you did, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and check out some of our other videos. You can also visit our website, studio33guitar.com, and check out some of the lessons on there as well. We'll see you next time.